it do? What it do? What it do? Party people, it's the boy Pete. It's the boy E-Rob. We got Magnum TA on the ones and twos. Magnum TA, a.k.a. Heffy.
That's TA. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know what the Magnum top like
Magnum
it's
TA.
kind of weird to say that to a man, Magnum.
But listen, Magnum TA back in the day.
Yeah, I get that, but
you know who he is? It's a real person.
Oh, absolutely.
Who is it?
The wrestler.
Oh, man. Shit.
Listen, man, we go way back. Listen.
Well, what was he supposed to? If he never got hurt, who was he supposed to be?
Oh my gosh, that I can't remember, but it was supposed to be somebody big. I can't remember. He got hurt.
He was their version of Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
If he never gets hurt, he's their version of Hulk Hogan. There is no sting. If he gets hurt, if he doesn't get hurt.
I remember those days. That's when wrestling was wrestling. I know wrestling's good now, but back in the day, NWA, Nikita, the Russian Sickle Koloff, Ivan
man.
Koloff. I mean, I can go down the whole line of Four Horsemen. Come on, man. Come on.
So, man, listen, man. It's been a touch and go week. It's been a tough week. For those, my wife is involved in head-on collision. Okay. Tom lost somebody close to him and his family. So listen, man, I just want to take this time to say I'm happy to be here. Mm-hmm. And this world is not granted. Tomorrow's not promised. So with that being said,
yes, sir.
What is promised is on February the 3rd at 6:40 p.m. we will have the New England Patriots.
You said that with a sigh. I felt that in your voice, and I feel the same way because, you know, for me, and I know you're about to say the New England Patriots and the Rams, but this is the same story over and over again, people. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but it's starting to get a little nauseating to me. How about you, Pete?
Nah, to be honest with you, I want us to be that. Like, so it's not.
You want us to be that New England Patriots?
What's nauseating to me is we see. Listen, this is why Andy Reid, dare I say it, may never ever win a Super Bowl. Is because his protege showed you last year in the Super Bowl how you beat Belichick, the greatest coach of all time. 4th and 1, if you want the 40 or closer, you go for it. You have to take the fight to the Patriots. They're not going to beat themselves, and they have the most clutch quarterback of all time.
Very, very true.
I will not say he's the greatest. We've had this discussion before. To me, he is not the greatest.
So you changed because before
he's the most clutch. If I need
about a year or two ago, you said he's the greatest quarterback. I remember you saying that. So you changed.
The greatest quarterback, the most talented person I've ever seen throw the ball has worn that number 12. It's just that name on it is not the same. And there's two people.
Okay, give real quick because I'm about to just give you mine.
So, bye-bye, man.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers.
We're talking about all time.
All time.
Well,
and I'm talking about talent.
Just forget all that. The greatest ever to do is Joe Montana, period. Because at the end of the day, everyone can argue, everyone can say him and Hall, Elway, Brady, blah, blah, blah. And when you're undefeated, that's it. You drop the mic, man.
You undefeated.
You undefeated, bro.
But at the same
4-0.
time, my man's in them's going to their 9th Super Bowl.
I get that. But what about the system that he's in? Let me just say this. Okay, and Brady, yes, I give all the credit to Brady. There's no Belichick, there's no Brady. Okay? You take Brady away. Would Brady be doing all this on another team?
Fuck no.
Exactly. Joe Montana, right? What'd he do? He went to the 49ers, did his thing there, and went to Kansas City, did his thing as well.
But listen, see, that's my thing. Garoppolo wasn't Steve Young. Brady should be counting these lucky stars. He has Robert Kraft in his back pocket.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, be honest with you, when I look at, like, Brady without Belichick, I think Brady may have won one. He may have won one or two. He may have won one or two.
Without Belichick?
Without Belichick.
I mean, it's hard to say that because we don't know.
But
we don't know where he would have been the whole 9 yards.
Right.
It's so hard to say that, but it's just like peanut butter and jelly.
Hey, but
they go hand in hand.
Let me add this third person.
If you don't, give me 1 second. If you don't have the one, you can't have the other.
All right.
Period.
I'll give you even Belichick himself. Is a defensive. He was a defensive coach. Now he's a well balanced machine in his brain. But they have a triumvirate. There.
Okay.
They have a 3-headed monster, and it's nobody. It's one player, and it's then Belichick and McDaniels. Listen, Belichick still had the team clicking when they had Bill O'Brien and Charlie Weiss in them. But those early teams were more of a defensive team. And Charlie Weiss and Romeo Crennel, they were more Bill Parcells guys.
True, but that's more. See, that's my point. That's more the system. That's more the system.
It's the whole
and don't get me wrong.
thing.
And don't get me wrong. I'm not discrediting what McDaniels has done with the Patriots.
Right.
He's done a great job. He's done a hell of a job. However, It's all a system, man. It's all a system. And to be honest with you, and it's sad to say, but if you watch the Cleveland '95,
right?
The documentary, which by the way is a great documentary if you haven't watched it. But if you watch that documentary, you'll see that in place they put that system in. There's a system. You might say, well, what is that system? You got to watch it, man. There's a whole system that they have, the drafting, the coaching, everything that they did. He carried it over to the Patriots. And if you want to think about it, Ozzie Newsome was one of those guys that was actually at Cleveland with him and carried that same system over to Baltimore, and they won 2 rings from that.
Right.
So my point is, we're having Weiss, having Romeo Crennel, all those people, all those guys, is plugging in, man. You're plugging people in. McDaniels is plugging in.
Right.
Flores, who's about to be the coach of the Dolphins,
right.
was plugged in to be in that position. You know what I mean? So you can go Vrabel. All those guys were all in that position, all in the Patriots system. So it's more of that system. The system that Belichick actually came up with, the system that he developed is the reason why everyone is so successful. That's what it is, man. It's that system.
But who created the system?
Parcells.
No.
Who created it? Tell me who.
No.
Who?
Listen.
Who created
I
it?
love myself Big Tuna.
Okay. Who created it?
Bill Parcells can't hold Belichick's jockstrap. I as a coach.
I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that.
Listen to me.
I think you're discrediting.
This shit started in 2000.
Okay, well, who? Tell me.
I'm talking about Belichick got there in 2000, had a losing season.
Okay.
2002, 2001, 2002 season, they won their first Super Bowl.
Okay.
You name me another dynasty that has the same quarterback and the same head coach with all these other moving pieces around it. That's almost last 20 years.
But that's my point. It's the system. You have the figurehead.
The system that come from Parcells.
So okay, the system's from Belichick. I give you that.
Thank you.
But who do you learn from? A lot of things he's doing.
Defensive side, he learned from Parcells. But we've seen with the rule changes over the last 10 years, he had Randy Moss and Tom Brady 50 touchdowns.
He developed a system. I give you that.
Okay.
He developed a system. I give you that.
But he's evolved.
Oh yeah, listen.
Right.
And the thing is, he not only evolved. Belichick has taught all the other coaches or the other personnel guys in the NFL to say, listen, I got to get that person up before ahead of time.
Right.
And that was the problem that we had when we had Banner. Some of the guys, sometimes they wouldn't go away from the guys we should have went from.
Right.
So, but Belichick has taught that to a lot of those organizations, man.
Listen, Belichick has shown the league, and he's created waves.
Go ahead.
He created waves. Back when the 2 tight end, he was the first one on that.
Okay.
Now everybody trying to catch up. Now he off of that. The air raid system, the shortcut. Before Wes Welker, before him and Bill O'Brien, Josh McDaniels created that system with the slot, we was never hearing about Wes Welker killing it. There was no Wes Welker. There was no XYZ receiver. It was either Y or Z. There was no X.
Right.
There was no X.
I agree with you. Bill Belichick will someday, and I'm going to say this, the trophy's going to be named after him. The trophy after I'm going to say it. It's a bold prediction, but come on, man. This is you got to give him his credit. This is 8th Super Bowl. So I mean, he's like you said, he's innovative. Some of the things,
9th Super Bowl.
I'm sorry, excuse me, 9th. So some of the things, I'm sorry, excuse me, 9th.
Put some respect on that man's name.
I put respect on his name. Yes. So my point is the things that he's done, man. You just. He's a Cavalier. He's a Cavalier.
It's an easier argument.
He's nostalgic.
I'm going to put it like this.
You know?
It's an easier argument to say Belichick is the greatest of all time without any pushback than it is to say Grady's the greatest quarterback of all time.
So, listen, we got some comments. I want to shout out to my man Bill Middlebrook. He's rocking with us. He said, what's up, fam? Moving along. Bill Middlebrook says, 9th Super Bowl. Thank you for the correction. But they play in the Country Club division. Now, that's a great point. I'm going to move on after this. They play in the AFC East, which, by the way, they've won, 10 years in a row? Okay, 10 years in a row. So
what's up, Rob Lutman? Our marketing genius.
We got, what's up, Rob? We got Andy Ritter. Needs to pass the losers next week for sure. Rams deserve it too. I get that. Now, my man Dave, Mr. Rams. I got to give him props.
We're going to get to that.
My Rams are ready for the Super Bowl.
Go ahead and say the next comment.
With our defense with a win. Next comment, we got, and then Bill says, agreed with David. The Chiefs D was ranked 31st now.
Now, don't skip over one. How bad the TA gonna leave? Step out and say the system was all break. I 100%.
He took a break, man. Listen, he's
100%.
TA is a hardworking man.
100%
He deserves it.
vehemently disagree because this is what I would say.
He said, "Oh, Brady."
Before Wes Welker in the slot, that position was called what? A possession receiver. That was it. That was it. That was your Jason Avant. That was who played the slot. That was your Freddie Mitchell position.
Yes, it was.
It was never
Assaulted on the
offense. Offense was never centered around the slot receiver. Now you need that. Where did AB get his start? In the slot.
Yes, he did.
You see what I'm saying? So he's done so much. And the reason why I go back to my point where I say he creates waves. He created the 2 tight end wave. He showed y'all kind of what he was going to do. And the reason why they beat the Chiefs, and listen, if you look at the stats of the AFC Championship game,
which I'm looking at right now,
they doubled almost everything the Chiefs did, but yet the game was in overtime.
Yeah.
You look at the stats alone, you would think the Patriots won by 14 or more.
Right.
But
right. Well, the Chiefs, listen, the Chiefs.
It wasn't even the pass game that beat the Chiefs. Their run game is filthy.
Chiefs. Are you talking about the Patriots, right?
They drafted a first-round guard. He's not even playing.
Listen, let's talk about that. The coaching. Let me say this. If you're going to be a coach, if you're inspired to be a coach, put that tape on. Because some of the plays, some of the mismatches, some that they created, having White mismatch, with some of the linebackers, having Julian Edelman, and I'm going to read this off. Julian Edelman has 7 catches, 96 yards. He was a problem, and they had no answer for him. But the thing that really stuck out to me was, which I thought was big, one of the things was when Jones went out, which is their best player on the Chiefs. That was huge because what they did was they not only went to the side, but they went away from the side. When he wasn't there, and they kept running that trap play, pulling that guard, just gashing him down the field. And then also, Barry slowed down Gronk for the most part for the first couple of
now
first
when
couple
the phase
quarters.
came, that's
first couple quarters he slowed him down. But then after a while, they figured out, let's start running this. Let's run the fade. Couldn't stop it.
Now, see,
it was a coaching expedition.
My biggest problem is, and then we'll move to the NFC Championship game, is when Chris Jones, I wanted pressure to come up the middle for Brady. He don't give a shit about the size. He cares about the pressure up in the middle.
Right.
They kept playing Tampa 2. But I'm going to tell you, the game for the Chiefs was lost on the offensive side of the ball. And I'll tell you this. They doubled Tyreek all the time.
Right.
And maybe he lost Matt Nagy, maybe because he lost Coach Peterson. The game plan, they came out, they started doubling Tyreek. They had J.C. Jackson underneath.
Which they should have.
Devin McCourty. But this is the problem. They had the safety help, right? Why are you lining Tyreek up in the slot then?
Yeah.
You keep lining Tyreek up in the slot. That free safety is staying in the middle of the field. You move Tyreek out, then the free safety has to show his hand.
Yeah.
That opens up everything else. You have Sammy Watkins, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill. No bunch formations whatsoever.
Nope. No bunch. Not a lot of drags.
The Patriots ran 94 plays.
Yes.
What do you think their run-to-pass ratio was? Don't look. Just guess.
I don't know. 2 to 3. I don't know. Go ahead. Give it to me.
48 and 46.
Wow.
You think more pass or more run?
I would say more pass.
More run.
More run.
When's the last? There's only been one time in history that team has won an AFC Championship game, a conference championship game, and had over 90 plays where the ratio was more run than pass.
48 to 46. Wow, that's crazy. I mean, listen, like I said, it's coaching, man. It was coaching. I mean, and I'm going to say this. And we may say, yes, the Chiefs, there's some areas the Chiefs could have did a little differently as far as on the field, as far as coaching. But this honestly was a situation where they missed Kareem Hunt. Let's just keep it real.
Yeah.
I mean, you honestly think about it.
And
I mean, even with the Tyreek situation where he's being doubled, Kelce, Watkins had a great game, by the way. He finally showed up. He's on the milk carton all year, being hurt.
As usual.
4 catches, 114. I got to give him props. But not having Kareem Hunt running the ball 20 times a game, but then the pass. Catch coming out of the backfield. He's a matchup headache.
Mahomes
so not having him was
can't
huge,
do it
man.
by himself. And
he can't.
The Chiefs asked him to do too much.
Right.
But we talked
they
about
had
this.
The balance attack. They missed that, man.
We talked about this months ago.
Right. We did.
We said Andy Reid is not going to commit to the run unless he has a star running back.
And he was forced to do it. Right, I agree.
When he had Kareem Hunt, he was so good, he was forced to
give him the ball.
Had to. So listen, man, the Patriots are moving on. Now, the team that they're meeting on February 3rd is those Los Angeles Rams. I know Dave, our loyal follower.
I gotta give Dave props, man, because
they've been riding, man.
They've been riding the whole time, man.
He's been
saying the Rams is going all the way the whole time. So I give you props, Dave. Salute, my brother.
Yes. So how they got there, we all know. All we hear about is this missed call. Yeah, it was a missed call. But guess what? This is what people are failing to realize. Even on the national level, they don't want to take the deeper look into it. Let's go back. The game was 20-17 Saints. Rams is driving. They had just hit Josh Reynolds for a big a wheel route. Take it down to the 5-yard line.
You talking about the one that Reynolds or the one that Cooks?
No, the one at Reynolds.
Okay, go ahead.
Cooks was in the first half.
Okay.
The one at Reynolds in the fourth quarter, thought he was going to take it to the house. It would have been 24-20 at that point.
Right.
First down, they hand off C.J. Anderson. They don't go anywhere. Second down, Goff rolls out to his left. He could have ran it in. He hesitates.
Yeah, what was up with that?
He hesitates. He goes to run, face mask. If they call that, that's first and goal on the 1-yard line. They probably get in. It's 24-20. So even if Bradley Nicole, Roby Coleman gets called for the pass interference or the helmet to helmet, they got it first. They got it first and goal on the 6. They don't have to. They can't milk the clock at that point because guess what? A field goal is not going to give them the lead. So people stop it. You got to look at the game as a whole. Don't look at the one play that's going to sum up everything that was the most recent.
So here's my thing. And it's very frustrating. I understand, they have a passionate fan base. And a lot of people may say, well, what if it was the Eagles? Oh, yeah, we probably went ham. We probably went crazy. But not as egregious as they're going. I mean, they're still talking about it. They want the game played, and I'm giving some of the YGTD way. But it's just maddening because, I mean, let's just talk about the fact that you had the opportunity to run the clock out. You had when you were on offense, you had the opportunity to run the clock out at least 2 or 3 times to where if you kick the field goal, you're up. And the Rams only have 30 seconds left to drive the length of the field. Let's talk about that. You know what I mean? So there's certain plays. And as Pete said, there's other plays in the quarter before that where there was some face mask calls that was missed. I mean, there was a pass interference miss that the Rams should have got. So there was so many different intricate parts of the game that was missed on both sides. Listen, let's say this, people. The officiating has been horrible all year. We all know this, okay? It's been horrible for the Eagles. It's been horrible for every single team. Yes, this was a big moment for you guys. And yes, you guys, for the second year in a row, fall wayside to a crazy play, Minnesota Miracle, okay, now this. But it is what it is. Sometimes the football guys speak in different languages, man.
It ain't the football guys.
No, it's the football guys, bro, because it's karma. Because it's karma because guess what? You wore a ski mask last week, didn't you? You wore a ski mask last week.
Hold up.
Mr. Ingram, Mr. Kamara, and what happened?
Don't talk about Ingram yet. Don't talk about Ingram
yet. I'm there, bro. I'm there.
Ingram is a free agent.
We'll talk about that later on.
Okay.
But my thing
Ingram's a free agent.
My thing is this. Saints fan, I'm calming down. Who that nation? Because y'all out there.
Who they?
Who that nation? Who that took the loss? Okay? who took the loss? I know y'all out there. Just listen. There's no crying in football. That's all I'm going to say.
Listen. Sean Payton, with those damn glasses you had on, I don't know what you was trying to see. You look like Mr. Peabody.
He like a porn star.
He like Mr. Peabody. Mr. Peabody out there with the glasses on.
Did he look like a porn star to you?
No, I'm not saying that. Can't go that far. Got to draw the line in the sand somewhere.
Boom, chicka, boom, boom.
So I just when I look at it, this is what the main thing I took away from that game is the Saints are a very good overall team.
Yeah.
Drew Brees just didn't make enough plays for them to win that game, and they severely need another man beater opposite Michael Thomas because Kamara and Thomas is not going to get it done against better defenses. And listen, Aaron Donald wasn't the key to the reason why they won the game. He's still a beast. The reason why they are where they are is Sue is balling.
He's balling.
And the defense has gotten simple. Marcus Peters had a couple chances to jump the flat route coming to Kamara, but he wanted to keep everything in front of him. He didn't want to take the chance because if he guesses wrong, it's to the house.
All right, so look, we got some more comments. So Andy Ritter, I'm going to answer your question, Andy. Andy says, why would you rename the trophy? Why not just have an award at honors like the Belichick Best Coach of the Year or something? Here's the deal, Andy, and again, everybody listen to me clearly. I respect Belichick as a coach. He's one of the greatest coaches, and that's the reason why. And again, I'm an Eagles fan all the way, but you got to give the man the props. The man's been there, like you said, 9 times.
9 times.
And he's won 5 times, and he's about to win this one.
Bigger than that.
So, I mean, you got to – I mean, listen, Lombardi won 2 times, right?
But he was a tradition, like it would have happened.
I get that, but I mean, listen, I just
feel, at some point,
I just feel as though at some point it's going to change.
Point, now, what's bigger than the fact that they're going to the Super Bowl for the 9th time is that they've been in the AFC Conference Championship game for 9 years in a row since going back to 2010.
Yeah,
I mean, to have Brady doing this, he's been to a Super Bowl, his 20s, his 30s, and now his 40s.
Right.
Multiple Super Bowls.
Right.
Multiple Super Bowls. So to put a bow on the conference championship games. Both games were exciting. I do think they need to take a look at the overtime because you can't. To me, you can't have a conference championship game end with either team having a possession.
So are you saying? Because a lot of people are saying this. Well, let's do it like the college. Listen, I think if it's broke, you don't fix it. I mean, listen. The bottom line is the first person to score, and that's just like in sandline football when you play back in the day. The first team to score wins the game. I'm good with it.
Right.
Keep it the same way. And now some people might say, let's do the college thing where, I think, what is it? They both get the ball.
Right.
Then I think you get it again, and you have to score 2 or something like it. Just,
right.
Listen, if it's not broke, the product is good. Just work on the referees.
Right.
Work on a system to grade them better to where they're more accountable. Because, and again, the same situation, it is what it is, guys. I know you guys are feeling some type of way and your butt hurt, but the bottom line is, it is what it is. Now, the replay of the pass interference, I think is a great idea. Now they're going to meet.
No.
They're going to. It's an excellent idea. I agree with it.
Nope.
Because the reason being is deciding too many games. I'm not just pinpointing this game.
I believe non-calls.
But that's my.
So that kind of supports your argument.
Yeah, they're going to do that, and I think that's a great thing. Yeah, it might slow up the game a little bit, but in crucial moments like this, review it.
But see, at the same time that we're giving that one play credence. We're giving.
I think you can curtail it by, let's just say, and I'm just throwing it out there, the last 3 minutes of the game. If something happens or
then
you know what I'm saying?
Come up from the booth.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's what I think the Saints fans are missing. Because you lost. But it's not even the Saints fans. It's neutral national media personalities, even local personalities who have morning shows here. Some say that the Rams should have an asterisk by their name because they don't belong to be there. Like, hello, wake up. Y'all know you may got cataracts, you old shit. But listen, I respect you. But you can't say that. You can't sit here and act like they missed the face mask call. They go in for a touchdown. Who cares if they have it on first to go at the 6? Because then they got to score a touchdown. And I'm telling you. And guess what? The Rams probably play defense different that whole drive if they have a 4-point lead.
I agree. Now, Bill says, and Bill's got a couple comments. I'm going to read a couple of them. Bill says, keep it real. If that was us, that's all we'd be talking about. I agree. Bill, listen, I said that at the beginning. If that was us, we would be going off. Let's keep it real. We'd be talking about it right now for about at least – Pete would probably have an aneurysm right now for about 20 minutes.
That used to be us. We used to lose games like that.
You're right. We did. So, I mean, I understand that. We will be doing that.
Listen.
Now, he says – now, also, Bill says, which I guess we can segue in real quick. If you want to do it now, that's up to you. We can't afford Ingram.
So, that's perfect segue.
There we go.
I said it last week. The two biggest keys for me and free agency for the Eagles, free agency draft, offseason in general, stud running back and safety. The biggest position in need for this defense, why they struggle, and they didn't allow them to go exotic the way they wanted, is because they didn't have good safety play. Because Malcolm Jenkins does too much, and then you needed McLeod as that free safety.
That was huge.
So in the first round, like I said, somehow, some way, by God's ears, from my ears to God's mouth.
You got 11 picks.
Please, if Deontay Thompson fall to number 25.
I think you're hoping and wishing and praying.
Oh my goodness!
Listen, I mean, we have so many. Right now we have some holes, and I know you said the cornerback situation, the safety thing, but
I'm not even that much. I'm not stressed that much about the cornerback.
I'm worried about our tackles, and I'm worried about our defense. I'm worried about defense tackle. I'm worried about our offense tackle.
Right.
Because if you think about it, the year that we won the Super Bowl, which was the year before, we had that depth, man. We didn't have that depth, man, and you can see the difference. Listen, it's stats.
You get that though.
Fletcher Cox played 90 snaps, man.
When you look at all the 14,
the
14 players on IR, 14 players on IR. I want to say 3 or 4 of them came from the D line. You know what I mean?
I mean, listen. I mean, we lost Bo Allen, we lost Vinny Curry, but who do we replace him with? We replaced him with Nada. We replaced him with Bennett. Now Bennett did a great job.
But the other boy too. The other boy.
Which one?
Who got his hand on the ball? Hester.
Hester.
Yeah, but am I coming through here?
No, you're not. Turn your mic on, please.
I hear you.
I'm on.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. Well, whatever. I can't hear myself, but that doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Now
we can hear you.
It doesn't factor in.
Okay.
But
T on the mic.
I agree. D tackle, O tackle, offensive tackle.
Right.
Go that direction because you got to figure that we're going to lose most likely Brandon Graham.
Yes.
There's a chance that Chris Long, not that we lose him, but he decides to retire.
I got a replacement for you after you're done. Go ahead.
So there's 2.
Right.
Now, Haloti Nada, gone. So that'd be 3, right?
Yes, sir.
So there's 3 guys that are most likely gone from your D line.
Right.
And in a position of strength for the last 2 years on why you got to where you got into the last 2 years is because you've been able to put pressure on the quarterback.
Right.
Now I start to really worry Where's your replacement in free agency when you don't have a lot of money to spend?
Right.
So offensive tackle.
Hold on. Let me go in. Let me go in next.
I'm okay with Big V for 1 year tackle if necessary, because if I draft an offensive tackle, my left tackle at 25, it's probably not a guy who can come in and start right away.
Right.
So I'll deal with it for 1 year.
Right.
1 year, and then my left tackle, the future's there, and then I'll draft accordingly afterwards. But go ahead.
All right. So real quick. So just piggyback off of that. The bodyguard's not going to retire. He's going to play another year.
I don't want that. He needs to go night.
He calls the shots. I'm telling you. He calls the shots.
He gets a pageant wage.
Listen,
hey, it is what it is. He's calling the shots.
Him and Jeffrey text all the time.
That's his boy. But
so go be the O-line coach. Go be the O-line coach or something like that.
Hold on. Our replacement for Long, and I thought about. I said that's a great move there. Clay Matthews. Watch this. You don't have to use him every down. He comes in on pass rush.
Is he a free agent?
Yes.
Really?
He's 32 years old. Clay Matthews fits to a T.
Real quick, somebody came in hot into the comments on the Facebook group.
Okay.
Jesse Raymond Nichols said. He said Butler for Kuzma and Pope. We will get to that before the end. We will come back to that before the end of the night. But I would do that.
Butler for Kuzma and Pope?
Kuzma and Pope?
Yeah, I would do that. Pope is a salary dump.
Yeah,
but I'll take Kuzma for that.
I would take Kuzma.
But
Pope is balling though. Pope is balling right now.
I know, true, but he's an expiring contract.
He is.
So it's just like Jimmy, the money you match.
So would you do the Butler for Conley move? There's a couple of pieces you got to add in.
No,
but that's
no, because you know what? I don't want to get too far off topic because we're talking about Eagles free agency.
Mm-hmm.
But that young man Ben Simmons, he showed me something this week.
He showed you a little bit.
He showed me a little.
He got a little.
You know why?
He got a little dog. He got just a little bit. Just a little bit. He got a little dog.
Who was sitting sideline every game this past week?
The girl that's going to take me to L.A.
Yes.
The reason why he's going to leave.
She was at every game this week and sitting in the same.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm saying it. I'm going to keep saying it.
He may change his last name to Ben.
He may live. Right in studio. Ben Simmons is going, guys.
Oh yeah,
he's going.
Stop it. Stop it.
TA.
Let's not go
TA,
there.
listen, man. I'm forecasting it. I know it's far, TA, but I'm getting y'all ready for it because y'all gonna be upset.
Don't forecast it because
right,
who can pay him the most money?
No. Hold on.
We're not saying. We know that.
No, his second contract is going to be here. His second contract.
Right, but he's going to make money off the court, though. That's where his money. If he goes to L.A., he's going to make double that.
So what we're saying is, we said it last week. We said they're going to pick up the.
Don't you put that evil on us.
I'm just listen.
Don't you put that.
I'm just forecast. I know, TA. I know, man. I don't mean to bear bad news, but that's what it's going to be, man.
So
listen,
real quick.
He's in L.A. He's got a house in L.A. He works out in L.A. His management team's in L.A.
Right.
His mentor's in L.A.
A lot of guys
to
go back in the offseason. A lot of guys.
Not true.
A lot of guys like
right.
Like everybody thought Harper, Dodgers would have been a perfect
You're
match,
right.
but he doesn't want to play baseball there. He wants to go back.
Right.
He wants to go back.
With
So
that.
listen. So just to kind of clarify what Aaron's saying, and what I said. I don't know if I'm not trying to speak for him, but how I look at it is his rookie deal. Okay, he's going to be a restricted free agent. Right. We already know. Teams can offer him the world. The Sixers are going to match. So that's 2 contracts here.
Right.
That third contract, that's when he may leave. That's what I'm saying. He's not saying I'm saying the 2 contracts is here.
The next one coming, he's going to stay in
He
Philly.
can't. The only way he can leave is if somebody
but
can.
Here's what you guys are missing.
Go ahead.
These players now, they're built differently, guys.
Yeah, but I'm saying he can't leave.
Yes, he can.
No, he can't.
Why can't he?
If he's a restricted free agent, okay?
Okay.
A team makes him an offer sheet. The Sixers have the right to match. And like Tom said, the Sixers can offer him the most money.
So you say that next contract, the third one. Okay.
Right, when he's a true unrestricted free agent. But what did I say last week? I said by that time, his game may have gotten to a point where I love Embiid. JoJo is a beast. He's the best big in the league.
And that's going to be the problem.
No. Let me finish. By the third contract, I hate to say it, and we have even with Shaq. By that third contract, when you get 28, 29 years old as a big, you start. That's who you're going to see a change in the guard. If Ben's game can evolve to that point,
that's a big
where
right.
now
Hopefully.
it becomes his team,
right,
instead of Joel's team.
Because right now it's not his team. And,
right.
and from a story that Jackie McMullen from the Boston Globe actually did this week, and because she was talking about Butler spending time over there. One of the things she said is it's a glaring situation that is a glaring thing where this is actually JoJo's team, and everyone knows that.
But
so
that's JoJo's team now.
Yeah, but my point is, how is Ben going to continue to deal with
I'll
this?
tell you
Ben wants to be a Batman, guys. He doesn't want to be a Robin.
He thinks he wants to be a Batman.
No, Ben. And listen, and again, I've been hard on Ben.
He got Batman skills.
I've been hard on Ben. I've been keeping it real with Ben.
What did we say before? He's
disinterested.
No. I said it before.
Which part? We say a lot about.
I said, listen, Batman, he has Batman's utility belt, but he throw that bitch like Nightwing. He ain't ready for that. He don't believe in himself yet.
Oh, I can see that.
I'm going to tell you the 2 plays. The Spurs game, he came down the court, it was down 8, took it right to the house. You saw he got pissed off the OKC game. He jumped over there and there. Everybody caught that boy off the rim and slammed it.
I always say that, I've been watching him from the jump, from high school. When he's interested in the game and he's there and he's locked in, he's a problem. But the problem is, a lot of times he's not locked in like he should be. That's the issue, man. He just.
But that's what I'm saying. This week he's been locked in.
He's been locked in, which is
right.
good. How long is that going to last? That's what I want to know.
We need to say that. We said I have all the faith in the world in Ben's talent. Yeah. I don't have faith in Ben to reach that level.
And listen, I'm hoping that because he got snubbed for the starters for the All-Star, this fuels him more. It may fuel him more.
You heard what Giannis. I
like it.
You heard what Giannis said
about them being cool.
Giannis said he would have drafted OKC and Embiid. I mean, not OKC and Embiid. He would have drafted Russell Westbrook. Westbrook.
Yeah,
I thought I was in Portland real quick. Russell Westbrook and Joel Embiid on the same team.
Put them on the same
and make Kumbaya.
Make them be good. Make them be cool with each other.
I think it's healthy to have that. But see, with Embiid, I even said he even did that to Harden too. So, how does that make you feel?
Let me just say this, and I'm glad you asked me that. Embiid is truly a throwback player. You know, I grew up watching the 80s. I grew up watching the 90s, you know, Bad Boys, the New York Knicks, the Chicago Bulls, all those wars, the Lakers, the Celtics. Those guys didn't like each other. This wasn't none of this nice stuff where we going on banana boat in the summer and we're spending time together. It was none of that. It wasn't none of that going back then.
Right.
And Embiid embodies that. That's why people love him because his passion, of course, and not acting play. But the fact that he doesn't mind being that bad guy. He doesn't mind talking junk to you when he scores.
I think that's on the hardwood. To me, I can see Embiid hanging out with Harden off the court. I can't see him hanging out with Westbrook off the court.
Because I agree with that because
I think that's legit.
Embiid knows a BSer. And I think, and again, even though Westbrook is a great player, he could be a BSer straight up.
Right. Look, we said it before. Corey Miller says this should be Ben's team. He has all the skills. But like Tom said, this is Joel's team right now in this construction for the next 2 or 3 years. As this team is currently constructed, this is Joel's team.
Yeah.
Like we said, if Ben gets a mid-range game. Then possibly it can change.
And Jesse just said that. Jesse said once Ben develops a mid-range, he's the best in the game, and I agree with that.
Maybe he's the best in the game, but there's something about the alpha dog.
Thank you, Tom.
There's alphas, and there's guys who just aren't alphas.
And there's betas.
That's not a shot at Ben. He's a generational talent.
Yeah.
This is another reason why we're 32-17.
Right.
Yeah.
But Joe is that dominant big man, and we're talking about the kind of guys we grew up with.
Yes.
That big men won championships, and
Right.
2 guards signed shoe deals outside of Jordan.
Right.
That's just the way it worked back then.
Yeah.
And JoJo's a carrier. You know, his numbers speak to carrier. A guy who wants the basketball late in games. You know, wants the basketball all the time. Ben's great at making guys around him better. They're different players.
He's a LeBron-esque player.
But Joe's an alpha dog. That's all.
Joe's an alpha dog. Look, I jumped over to the YouTube. We have, I can't say it, One Suit Senpai. Is that how you say that? One Suit. He listen, I've heard about the trades. We know February 7th is the trade deadline.
Yes, sir.
If I'm not mistaken, February 7th is the trade deadline, and February 7th is also the draft show for the All-Star game.
Which, by the way, I like that. I like the little fantasy aspect.
You may have some movement going
on
because, listen, right now, there was a team that played a primetime game last night.
Which one? There's a couple. Which one?
It was Golden State versus Washington.
Oh, well, okay.
And listen, man, if there's any way, like I said,
it's not fair.
I drop. Listen,
it's not fair.
From the Sixers' point of view, my man about to go see a wrist specialist in L.A.
Okay.
Jimmy Butler.
Okay.
If you can, I'll drive Jimmy Butler down to 95 myself. No, not for Clay. For Bradley Beal.
Yeah, but here's the problem, though, man. Do you if you're the Washington Wizards
shooting?
If you're the Washington, the deal makes sense. I love it. But if you're the Washington Wizards, do you make that deal? Are you talking about straight up?
No, you might for the Sixers.
You throwing in 13
for Sixers. You may have to do Butler and the 2021 Phoenix pick.
I just don't see
Heat pick.
I don't see Washington with the issue they have right now with moving Wall because Wall's probably not.
But that's the thing. You wouldn't have to move Wall. The same. You wouldn't have to move Wall because you get rid of Beal.
I got that part.
You bring Butler in. I think Wall and Butler play off better than each other than Butler fits in here.
I can see that part. I don't know. It's just, I mean, the Bill thing I think is a lot more into it, man. There's a lot of intricate moving other than just making that one move in that situation. I don't know. I mean, if it happens, I would love it, but we'll see.
TA, I'm going to let you take this one if you're on the YouTube still. The same guy who just had the good Bradley Bill Butler trade, you go ahead. You see his comment right after that? I'm going to let you handle that one, please.
What's he saying? Trade Wentz for
what happened? What did he say?
For pieces?
Reese Pieces.
That's all he wanted. I mean, I love Reese.
Yo, who said that?
He didn't say Reese Pieces. I threw the Reese's part in, but he said trade Wentz for pieces, and I know how much that gets underneath TA's skin.
I'm over it. I'm trying to get over it.
Yeah, we're not going to go into that.
I'm trying to just be done with all that conversation.
So Dave Lango says, "What's up, Dave? Eagles need to get Bell or Hunt." Now here's the deal. Now I said it last week.
Hunt. I'll take
Hunt. It's going to be
be
Hunt because he's going to be cheaper, low risk, high reward. And he's going to sit out at least 6 games, which is fine. That's why you have Clement. That's why you have Sproles. That's why you draft Benny Snell.
No.
Benny Snell. Excuse me, second round.
I don't like him.
Or all reports are saying first round it could be Jacobs from Alabama.
I don't like him
like
either.
that.
As one running back in the draft.
However, Bell to Indy is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Indy has the most money. It's the best fit. It takes the pressure off of Andrew Luck. With that line, which, by the way, is a top 5 line, I might be giving him a little bit more, less, maybe
top
3.
Yeah.
With that line and Bell and shorten up the game for Luck, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem going forward.
Some reports today that he was talking about he's very interested in Miami.
He's playing the field right now.
Oh, Bell?
He's playing the field.
Listen,
he's throwing
I'll take you one better. The winner of the offseason so far is AB.
It's AB. Yep.
He came out. You
AB.
put yourself in red and gold. You know how much pressure that puts on John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan to make that happen?
Well, they're saying the thing in Pittsburgh has been going on from what
he's done.
The thing in Pittsburgh
he'll never put on another Steelers uniform.
The thing in Pittsburgh has been going on for years, and Tomlin's been just dealing with it because he can ball out.
Yeah. But now you got Juju there. Juju will die on a sword for the Steelers, man.
It's a problem. But listen, I mean, Jerry Rice, AB should be one day after football a marketing agent or some type of marketing guy.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's the ultimate marketing guy. He knows how to push the right buttons, man, and get things going.
Speaking to the running back position for the Eagles, the reason why I say it's Kareem Hunt, Bryce Love in the draft. I'm good all day. The reason why I say Kareem Hunt, it's going to ruffle a lot of feathers. People will not like it.
But we can deal with it, though.
But this is two things. Tom already said it. TA said it. Mm-hmm. Your cap space is strapped. That's one.
For now.
2, the biggest thing. To me, 3 things. 2, look at the locker room that you have. Look at the quarterback it is. Mm-hmm. You had Ginger Jesus. I don't give a shit. They call him ego selfish. I don't know one of 32 quarterbacks who reached that level that isn't selfish. That's not egotistical.
He ain't selfish.
I want that in my we just talked about Joel Embiid alpha. Wentz is an alpha.
Listen.
Wentz is a supreme alpha. So that's what you get when you mess with the alpha.
Yes, sir.
You know,
he's
not going to come to you.
First one in, last one out.
He may sit there and talk to you. He not going to sit there holding out of your hand. But the third and the biggest reason why I say you go get Kareem Hunt, because his ass has been humbled.
Oh, absolutely.
He's been humbled.
Absolutely. And guess what? Sometimes when you fall flat on your behind, you come back with a vengeance. And that's what we're going to see next year. I mean, when he comes back and he's going to be wearing green next year, you're going to see a different player, a different mind. And again, like I said to you, there's certain organizations that can deal with the media storm or the media circus. And it's going to be a media circus. There's going to be people hating on the situation, blah, 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 blah. However, we can withstand that. And then bringing him in listen, bringing Hunt in, man, is a recipe for a young quarterback like Carson. Shortening up the game for him, not putting that pressure on him, having that balance that we need. So, honestly, I think the move is great. Now, Jesse says Bell wants to play in Miami. Is a rumor. What's up, Jesse? He wants to play in Miami.
That'll make BT happy.
BT be very happy. Ben Turok, shout out to Ben Turok. But listen, right at this point, as I just said earlier, he's throwing the spaghetti against the wall. He's going to push all the buttons, bells for us, whether it be Indy, whether it be the Jets, whether it be Miami. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting to see. Look, Miami hasn't even got the coach set yet, so we can't say what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
But see, I think we saw Bill Meadowbrook said that.
Yeah.
He was talking about Washington getting one of the running backs.
I can see that.
Listen, man, they need to get a damn QB first. I ain't worried about that.
Yeah, because he's that staph infection almost killed him.
I ain't worried about that.
They need to get a quarterback.
So our poll question was
agree.
right now, out of the 3 choices that we gave,
yes, sir.
Who is the biggest free agent need for the Eagles? Was it Golden Tate, Nelson Aguilar or Brandon Graham. I think it's really between Nelson Aguilar and Golden Tate. Not just because of offense and the position that they play, but I think there's a very good feeling around here that Brandon Graham is going to take the money, and he deserves it.
He does.
He deserves it. He deserves it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think and it's like the lesser of two Eagles because they're both good at what they do, and they're both kind of the same player, but they do different things to some degree. So it's weird.
Right.
But honestly, I honestly think you can't afford both. I think you go Nelson because Nelson not only can be a possession wide receiver, he can be a guy you get in space, but he can also be that guy that can stretch the field as well. He does so many things for you. Now, it's hard to lose a guy like Golden Tate because Golden Tate does so many things. Inside, under coverage,
right?
He's a great possession wide receiver, right? But that's the key.
Now we'll say
it's
this:
going to cost more, and that's going to be the issue going forward.
Big thing is, my cousin from Sacktown is watching. My cousin Jerome, what's up, baby?
Sacktown,
Sacramento in the
Shit.
house. Where do you see Nick Foles going? We'll touch on that real quick.
Yes, sir.
But to get back to the poll question. It's not as clear cut. Once I saw Nelson Aguilar's contract for next year, if they pick up the fifth year
$9 million,
option,
right?
9.5.
And Golden Tate's an unrestricted free agent, where he can command what?
But it's not about command. You know Howie in that cap number.
Yes, and he can sign a 1-year deal.
Right. So Howie can probably bring him. There's a realistic possibility that Howie can re-sign Golden Tate, that cap number be 4 or 5, and you bring back Mike Wallace on a 1-year deal for 4 or 5. So you get Mike Wallace and Golden Tate, players.
You probably get Wallace cheaper than that.
Or the other option they have, if they make the decision between Golden Tate and Nelson, they can make a decision to re-up Nelson to severely lower that cap number, that cap hit.
They could go Nelson, sign Nelson, let Tate run.
9.5 for Nelson is too high. What you want to do?
However, I just honestly think Nelson gives you a little bit more than those guys. But I think what they're doing also, you made a good point as far as bringing Wallace back. I think they may not bring Wallace back because guess who's coming back? Mac Hollins. And Mac Hollins does a lot more, even on special teams, than all those guys. It's a game for Howie. It's a poker game. We're going to see his magic, see what he's going to do, but. Man, I wish we can keep them both, but you just can't, man.
No, you can't. The money doesn't talk. So the money doesn't add up. So where do we see Nick Foles going? I said it before. Because I think the week after the Super Bowl, so not next week's show, but the Friday after that, we're really going to be on Nick Foles' mutual agreement ops. Watch. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
What they're going to do, they're going to pick up the 20.6, and then he's going to rebuff and pay the $2 million back to be a free agent. Then that way, everybody can move on. We don't have to think about it anymore. That we really can get to the offseason. But say he doesn't. If they pick up the 20.6 and he doesn't sign the $2 million tender, with what's been said, Wentz is the guy, that means that they have, in my mind, a trade already in place.
Yeah, I mean, that scenario could play out. But, I mean, honestly, there's so many different moving parts. I mean, there's rumors that Jacksonville's really looking at him. There's rumors that Jacksonville's looking at Flacco. It's really hard to say. But Miami's a team that's very interesting. Yeah, they don't have the coach yet, but there's rumors that they could let Tannehill go. If they let Tannehill go, bringing Foles in that offense or, that actual building could be different.
What would you want from Miami back for Foles? Now, mind you, they turned down Cleveland's second-round pick last year, which would have netted you Nick Chubb. And how much would they love to have Nick Chubb this year?
I would love to have Nick Chubb. We could have had Nick Chubb, period. I mean, I love him. He had a great year.
They wanted Sony Michel. And this is the second draft in a row that another team has traded up for a running back that they had their eyes on. In 2017, it was Dalvin Cook.
Right.
And in 2018, it was Sony Michel. And we've seen how good Michel is.
I mean, we're not sure what Miami actually – I mean, Miami has a few cornerbacks that are pretty good, but I don't think they would actually make that move. I would check to see what they have on the defensive side, maybe the line to see what they have to offer plus a pick. But
from Jacksonville or from Miami?
From Miami. Now, Nick, the bad thing is this. The wild card's Washington because we don't know what in the world they're going to do. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen with Alex Smith. We both think that he's done. So – and Dan Snyder's the type of guy that he'll back up the Brinks truck for Nick Foles. So I mean, that could be the team to do it.
Don't back it up. Back up them draft picks. That's what you back up. Back up the draft picks.
And honestly, with the Guyz coming back, there's Guyz, which I think is going to be healthy.
There's a player there
with their defense.
What's the other
their
boy?
front seven, bringing back Reuben Foster. Who are you talking about? Wide receiver?
No, the running back, P-Ron.
Oh, they're going to have P-Ron next year, and they're going to have Darius Guyz, who tore his ACL, who's coming back, who's going to be really good. So, I mean, having him and then getting a Nick Foles, that's a nice recipe. Well, nice recipe. I mean, there's some other holes they have to fill. There's some wide receiver spots. I'm not sure what the deal is with Crowder. I know he was banged up this year.
Right.
And Jordan Reed was banged up, but they do have some pieces. But Nick Foles does make their team a lot better. And then, again, on the defensive side, they got Reuben Foster next year, which was a steal for them. Even though they dealt with what they all dealt with, that was a steal. So,
and then you saw that hole was dropped. So, once again, Middlebrook is I'm with him on one comment.
He's Nostradamus.
I'm totally against him on the one comment. I vehemently do not want to bring Deshaun Jackson back.
Nah, that's not going to happen.
And plus,
he's too old.
No, it's not even that he's too old.
He's
now
too banged up.
Now that Bruce Arians is in Tampa Bay,
he's banged up.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know, man. From what I understand, he wants to get out, period. Whether BA is there or not. I mean,
BA can sit there talk something sweet to you,
It would be smart to stay there because BA is going to really help his career out.
Yes.
But knowing Deshaun, maybe he might have changed. Knowing Deshaun, when Deshaun's done with something, he's ready to go, period.
So now, and then also he said Foles going to Jacksonville for Fournette. Me personally, I would like Ramsey back in return over Fournette. But my thing with Jacksonville, it almost – the tea leaves are so in front of your face with the DeFilippo being there. It makes so much sense that I just don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, too good to be true.
Too good to be true.
I mean, honestly, man, I think they're going Flacco. I just think they're going Flacco. I just think you
can get. I think you can get Foles cheaper than Flacco though.
Not necessarily.
No, but I'm talking about just the character of the guys that they are. I think Foles would take less money than Flacco, even though they're both Super Bowl MVPs.
I mean, listen, I think Flacco was humbled by the situation in Baltimore, so I don't think he's going to break the bank. He's not going to break the bank.
No, yeah,
he's not going. I mean, it's hard to say what the particulars would be in the contract, but I think Flacco's just ready to get somewhere where there's a defense already set up. He can come in. He's got a great running back, a good running back that can run the ball 25 times a game, which he does have in Fournette, and he can just play his game. Right. So I just think Flacco's looking to move somewhere where the pieces are already there, and the pieces there right now.
But see, we're also forgetting about if a team wants to get a higher quality quarterback on a budget, cheaper than Foles, cheaper than Flacco, you can go Teddy Bridgewater.
I was getting ready to say that. And he's from Florida, so it's a homecoming.
So I was
getting ready to say that, man. I was getting ready to say that.
It's not gonna cost you picks. It's not gonna cost you nowhere near as much as money.
If you're the Saints. Drew Brees is what, 39, 40?
40 now.
He's got maybe a year or two. Why don't you sweeten the deal? Talk to Bridgewater. Say, look, man.
No.
Listen, man. You're gonna be our quarterback of the future.
He's not.
Why isn't he?
Taysom Hill is so much better than Teddy Bridgewater right now. I'm telling you right now.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that.
But that's what their future is. Taysom Hill's their future. And Sean Payton's offense, Taysom Hill's their future. Taysom Hill and Alvin Kamara were Mark Ingram. Listen. Let me just say something to Mark Ingram.
Kamara's going to be a problem. Kamara's going to be Marshall Faulk.
Mark Ingram, how dare you? How dare you wear a ski mask the day after
you back on it? You circling back?
The day after you beat the Eagles.
He's circling back.
And then
circling back.
And then 4 months from now, you're going to be an Eagle.
Yo, I'm going to keep it real with you. I would love it.
Oh, what?
He runs hard. And he hits the hole. And one thing we haven't had in a while is a back, T.A. You can attest to this. A back that just
we had it last year in LeGarrette Blount.
No, but he punished folk. No, this cat hits the hole.
That's why I'm listen. Mark Ingram ain't gonna cost you a lot.
So let me ask you this question. I'm gonna one up you. Who would you rather have? TA, I don't know if you want to get in this. Coleman from the Falcons or Mark Ingram? Same price. Tevin Coleman.
Mark Ingram. You know I'll tell you why? I'll tell you why?
Yeah, because Ingram too.
Ingram too?
You get Bryce motherfucking Love. That's it.
He's gonna sit. He's coming off ACL, man.
That's why you need. That's why you get Mark Ingram. Yes.
Okay.
Because then you can work him back in. And go look at Bryce Love Stanford.
Oh, he's a problem.
Stanford numbers.
He's a problem.
Numbers is better than run CMC. Could just catch just as well in the backfield. Maybe doesn't run a crisp routes as CMC. But yeah, coming off the ACL injury, we have to see. But that's why I said you Bryce Love. You don't have a third round pick.
And you can
So you're looking at DNs, right? We were talking DNs earlier.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, a lot of everything I'm like searching, trying to look up, right? Everything goes back to the Eagles all in on the defense end this year because like everything we talked about earlier on the show. So a couple names play the same game you just played, right? So I'll give you 3. DeMarcus Lawrence.
Okay.
Clowney.
He's going to cost too much.
Well, no, they're saying they're all in no matter what. They're willing to spend money.
Who?
Got you.
The Eagles.
I told you. I told you last week about DM.
I said Clowney.
I told you.
So,
I said last week about
Lawrence, Clowney,
Uh-huh.
and the next best on this list to me isn't Frank Clark at 25. To me, it's D Ford at 28.
I like D Ford.
Even though the offsides and the blunder, to me, I like. But Frank Clark's
But
younger.
was he offsides?
Yeah, he was. He was.
I'm just saying. I'm just doing that for kids.
I
saw so many Kansas City videos. He was like, he wasn't offside.
Yeah. For me, honestly, TA, I'm going Clowney.
No,
Clowney?
I'm putting all my chips in. I'm going Clowney.
The best name on that list for the money.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
I'm going Clowney all the way. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. It's a sleeper, and everyone's gonna say what? Shane Ray. Watch out for that name.
Cheap.
Shane Ray
didn't work out in Denver.
High reward, and he has something to prove. He's a player, man. And
Shane Ray. Shane Ray.
I'm telling you, do not sleep on Shane Ray. Yep. Whoever gets him, remember I said this.
You're going to get somebody that's
hungry. He's going to have 11 sacks.
No, he's on the list.
Guarantee. Go ahead.
To me, the best
25 years old, too.
Yes, sir.
The best name on that list
Shane Ray.
is a kid who came out in the draft before him. And probably is going to be cheaper than D Ford, Clowney, or DeMarcus Lawrence.
Who's that?
And that's Frank Clark.
Yeah, I like Frank Clark.
Now he comes with some off the field, some domestic violence off the field.
He's a little off the hook.
But no, he had a domestic violence incident off the field, and I'm pretty sure there will be that segment of the family that will look for that and that will oppose that.
Yes.
But I'm talking about value for money. Shane Ray's close.
Yes, sir.
Shane Ray's very, very close. I don't know. This is me. This is gonna sound crazy because I'm light skinned. I don't know if light skin defensive ends, man.
What's that guy doing?
They don't show
racial
longevity.
now? You racial?
I just.
Come on,
What
man.
about Derek Barnett then?
Hey, Derek Barnett's not as light as Shane Ray.
All right. Okay.
You know what I mean? Shane Ray is like.
We'll do a double image. Find out.
I'm telling you. Now the key, Derek Barnett coming back.
Yeah, that shoulder.
They got to show something, and then the biggest is Josh Sweat to see what he can give us as well. The other defensive tackle, because you have Timmy Jernigan back, he's going to be healthy.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
cool. And the Trayvon Hester as a backup, and then they also got the kid. This dude had the biggest cast I've ever seen. Bruce Hector. I saw him walking on the field one time. I think his name was number 90. His calves was like this. Like they look like brontosaurus, like the medieval times drumsticks. I was like, Jesus.
I mean, listen, there's so many ways the Eagles can go with this, but my short list would be 3 things. If you can get Clowney, put all your chips in, okay? Now,
go ahead.
Here's my other thing. Shane Ray is that guy. I really like him a lot. I think he's going to be a player. But like I said, I'm going to home back to what I said earlier. Clay Matthews, man, is going to be your Chris Long.
Is he on that list?
Yes. Yep. Clay Matthews is going to be.
Not the guy they're interested in, but just a list of DNs.
So you're looking at
Chris Long's going to retire. He's going to retire this year.
So the source you're looking at is
Matthews makes a lot of sense.
Linked to the Eagles already, or from Rumblings.
This is
it's linked in.
Well, it's what everybody's saying and believing, and there's reports out that people have reported out that they're going all in on DN.
Because that's Howie's motive. Howie's motive always has been. He comes from Joe Banner, and Joe Banner's thing was you build from the corners.
Yep.
You build from the ends,
and
you build from
then
the
you build inside.
corners,
Build
inside, and then also your corners.
I'd be all in for Lawrence too, guys. I mean, if you go.
But do you see Dallas doing that though? I don't see Dallas. I think Dallas is going to franchise.
They
him.
could. I'm just saying, like, if you
can they franchise him again?
Yeah.
Either one of them 2 names, I'm okay with. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So no, all 3 of us didn't say Clowney.
No,
I would say Clowney.
I say you put all your chips in on Clowney first. You put all your chips in on Clowney first.
I'm going Frank Clark too. Any one of them 3 or D Ford. Any one of them 4. If you call me, I got any one of them 4. I'm feeling pretty good.
See, my thing with those, and why I say Frank Clark is, even though he's coming off his rookie deal, D Ford, DeMarcus Lawrence, and they're that first contract after the rookie, you looking solely for the money.
Yeah.
Like I can see Jadeveon Clowney going to like an Indy. Maybe they can get maybe they can get Clowney and Brandon Graham. You see what I'm saying? So I can see them taking Shane Ray, but I say this. You said about Howie, right? From what I've seen so far, how the Eagles are going into this offseason, the scouts are going to be with Howie on free agency. Howie's not at the Senior Bowl.
Yeah, what is that? This week or next week?
It's now.
This week. Now.
Right,
Howie's not at the Senior Bowl. It's Joe Douglas. This draft is all Joe.
As he should be.
And I'm good with that.
And they're going deep.
I'm good with that.
Deep into the offensive tackles.
Right.
You see absolutely, because when you have 10 picks, 11 picks,
right. 11 picks,
you have to. 11,
but also
11,
the need as well. The need as well. I'm interested. They really need a free safety, And I think if they could pull one in.
Yeah, but if you can bring back, here's the thing.
I don't like McLeod's number.
You bring back McLeod cheap.
I don't like his. You can't.
Yes, you can. You can reconstruct the deal.
It's only hitting your cap $5 million.
Yeah, you can reconstruct the deal
this year. If you cut him, you're only saving
$5.
$5.
But if you can get him down to like 4 and then with some incentives, he'll do it. Now, two quick things. Bill's funny. Bill Middlebrook's hilarious. The first thing he says, would you get rid of Tate and Nelson if you could have Brown?
No.
Absolutely. Are you talking about Antonio Brown? Let's
No.
just make sure.
No. Listen,
If
Antonio Brown wasn't the best wide receiver on his old team last year.
Let me say,
I am good.
Let me read this question again because Pete's not hearing as well. If you can get rid of Tate and Nelson, would you take AB? Are you kidding me?
No.
I'm out.
What are you smoking?
I'm out with them too. We're both out.
I'm out.
Y'all both out?
I'm out on that crumb.
I'm out,
wow. So I just can't believe that. So he also says, "Oh boy, Tom, here goes crackers and tater tots next." That's hilarious, yo. That's hilarious, yo. That's hilarious. But now, listen, picking back to what Bill said, I'm going all in AB if I can get AB. He's a game changer, bro.
Nah, man.
I mean, yeah, the off-field stuff, he's a Devo, the whole 9 yards, bitch-assness, the whole 9 yards. But the bottom line is, when you got a guy like that can come in and change things right away for your team, he'll help Carson out to like the 15th power. You make that move, man.
To me, we in the YouTube chat, they keep going back Hunt, Ingram.
Okay.
I mean, for me, it's Hunt above everything. And you still draft. There's even a kid, listen, perfect example.
Yeah.
Go look him up. Probably not a lot of tape on him, but he's at the Senior Bowl. He's out of North Dakota State. That's David Anderson. He's a running back. Track guy, can catch the ball in the backfield. You talk about a 4th, 5th round pick.
Yeah. And
then you can still bring in Kareem Hunt, and you're going to have Corey Clement coming back.
Yeah.
And that can spell you to Kareem. And we seen the report with Schefter. He's going to have a job sooner than later. I'm telling you, prepare for the public backlash when his 4-game suspension come out. Not 6, but 4.
But here's what scares me though, and it's something that came out too. I was reading. I think we're gonna get him, but we may have an issue with the Bears because the Bears, as you know, he played for Nagy in Kansas City, and there has been some talks about the Bears are interested in Hunt. Now you would say, why is the Bears interested in Hunt? That could segue to this. Howard could be on the market,
right? And I'm good with that.
I'm good with Jordan Howard coming to Philly. So I mean, we'll see.
I'm good with Jordan Howard, but they do need. So imagine this, envision this.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a Jordan Howard or Ingram. Maybe you get it. We spoke about Tevin Coleman. Mm-hmm. Maybe you can get them both. I like Tevin Coleman.
I think they'll go one of them. I don't think. I mean, because you still got Clement. I think Sproles coming back. Honestly, I think he has one more year in him. And I know you ain't trying to hear that, but I think Sproles come back, bro.
You can have one more year in you, bro. I'm not worried about that.
Sproles was productive, bro.
But this is you gotta pay Carson.
He's productive.
You gotta pay Carson.
Yeah, but Sproles gonna be cheap. He's not gonna be expensive. He'll be cheap, bro.
But that's why I say the bodyguard, whatever you want to call him, with that big old truck. Who drives around with a truck with the face of yourself on the truck? Like, I'm good,
Hey, listen, man. When you're first ballot Hall of Famer and you're going to be Eagles Wall of Fame, whole 9 yards, and your best friends, you're rubbing elbows on a plane with the $1 billion man, you can do what you want to do, bro.
Yeah, go sit your ass in the office then. Go be a scout. Don't be on the field.
Now there is rumors that he could be a player coach.
True. Now this is another thing. Mm-hmm. You got to see with all these defensive ends out there, and the Eagles saying that they all in on the defensive end. We don't have Chris Wilson anymore, so that we got to watch that.
That was a mistake.
I don't know if it was a mistake.
I like Chris Wilson
because you
heard, man.
The veterans love Chris Wilson.
Yeah, I don't understand why they did that.
Listen, you big on vets. We got to get younger and value and good.
No. I'm good with whoever's going to ball.
But no,
ball out.
The younger players did not like Chris Wilson.
Now,
did you see any growth?
Interesting.
You tell me it's not like Jeff Statton on the offensive line.
Okay.
Where we see him turn Halapuli Valivata into something.
Yes, sir.
People forget he was the starting left tackle in the Super Bowl. Hello.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You see him turn Wiz into something, patchwork of offensive line, but you see young players who played above their ceiling.
Right.
Have we seen that type of development on the D-line?
Hester played well.
He got hit. No, don't get me wrong.
No, he played well, bro.
He played well.
He played well.
To the point where he would be – listen, last year, Stoutland turned Vitae almost into a.
Listen,
I don't have to worry about the left side starter.
Stoutland's on a different level, bro. You can't.
But that's what I'm saying.
Oranges.
You can't look.
I mean,
for that.
I hear what you're saying. I mean,
Right.
obviously they felt there was a need to make the move.
Well, his contract was up.
Yeah, but in my mind, I thought they would bring him back. You know, he's been there for a while. He's
He
a hell of a
survived
coach.
he survived the chip regime.
He's a hell of a coach. You know what I mean? He had his guys playing last year, but you know, sometimes you make those shaky moves like that. You make moves that
But that's what I'm saying.
are not popular.
So
you know what I mean?
but I think I'm about to say the Sixers. I think the Eagles know
Yeah.
that on a defensive line, what's going to start to happen is
Right.
the age, young versus old. The older
can see that.
older players are starting to fade out.
Right.
So they need to get somebody who's going to
Right.
focus on fundamentals with these younger players and technique, so their talent can show, because
Right.
that's what's going to be the majority of your defensive line.
Bill Middlebrook says, I take C.J. Anderson and spend my money on AB, or spend my money on Bell and stick with Alshon, Hollins, Wallace, J-Matt, and Nelson. Listen, I like Jordan Matthews, man. I mean, listen, I like the fact that, yes, he did some things for you, man, but he's a team guy. He's a good fourth or fifth wide receiver that you could bring back for cheap.
Right.
But Hollins is going to be there for sure. Alshon's definitely going to be there. Wallace is a question mark, man, because if you have Hollins does a lot more than Wallace. And then Nelson, you're going to have Nelson. I think Nelson's coming back. But AB, man, I mean, if it could happen, I would do it, but it's not. I think he's going to stand for him. But if you could, do it.
I just had a thought.
Go ahead.
And this may upset some people, and I think this is going to catch TA off guard.
Okay. Go ahead.
With what the Eagles want to do, and knowing that the opportunity is now, and they feel like they got Wentz coming back. We've already sat here on this show and said, a lot of people on this network have said, well, a lot of people in the A2D family, damn a network, this is a family.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people in the family who sit at the table have said Wentz is going to be the 2019 league MVP, right?
Okay, I like that.
We sat here last year, and I was big. We weren't here yet. We weren't home yet. But I said you sell high on Nick Foles' stock. Okay, you said I'm always a believer you sell high on the stock if you don't know if it can truly help you. There's no loss.
Mm-hmm.
Whose stock on the Eagles' offense right now is at its peak? Besides Wentz is not touchable. But somebody that you could probably get a true first or maybe a high player back for. And we've been looking at this. No, not Lane, not a tackle, not an offensive lineman.
Somebody on offense?
Somebody on offense that you look at them, and we sat here, we talked about trading Nick Foles for a piece. But maybe you could trade this person for a piece. Maybe you could trade this person for a running back, a stud running back, and you already had the successor in place.
Who? Alshon?
Yeah, I was about to say that. Who?
One person just broke all the passing records for his position.
Ertz. I can't believe I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah,
you could.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen because that's Carson's.
But listen, I will say this. The report can be bullshit, but he needed that. That's the first time his first time in his career that somebody has come at his name. Whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent.
Yeah.
Right, wrong, or indifferent. And what's the biggest thing?
But he woke up. But you know what, Pete?
Right.
And I'm gonna give it back to you. I think he woke up a sleeping beast. I think, and I can't remember the gentleman's
name. Are you talking about the writer itself?
I think the writer woke up a sleeping
okay,
beast.
so
now
that supports my argument. I'm gonna tell you why. Go ahead.
Now I understand the Nick Foles situation. Blah blah blah. He's been hearing it all year, and yes, he's a good guy. He's a junior Jesus. He loves the king, the whole 9 yards. But let's talk about the human element. That stuff after a while gets to you, man. It wears on your psyche. You see how your teammates are treating, you a little bit different, or treating Nick, and then you're like, okay, yeah, it's all about team thing, but it kind of gets to you. Now, fast forward, this thing comes out, and it's like, wait a minute, he's questioning my integrity.
Right.
He's questioning who I am as a person, who I am to my team.
My
work ethic to some degree.
Right. Like TA did the video spot. He said they already admitted to using the words egotistical, uncompromising, just as clickbait to get. There was some. The article itself has some good pieces in it. He didn't need to do that. But I'll tell you this, and why the support. The tea leaves. Mm-hmm. Didn't they already trade Jordan Matthews after his rookie season?
Yeah, they did.
You see what I'm saying? And if I'm Carson
Wentz, he was
Wentz,
mad. He was pissed.
Right.
He was
and then
pissed.
what did he do? He balled out in 17, right?
Balled out.
So let's say this. Ertz's stock is high.
Mm-hmm. Which it is.
Everybody says who he said he been targeting, he been staring down.
Ertz.
You just my man to my right just said he woke up a sleeping beast.
Yeah.
Listen, I agree with you.
Right.
Because Dallas might be better.
Right.
He might be better. He's more physical.
Yeah.
Better blocker.
Better blocker. Yeah. Yeah, he is.
But the one thing he's not better at yet is route running.
Yeah.
He can get better at.
Right.
He can get better at.
Right.
You know, they're all going to North Dakota. They're all going to throw together.
Yep. Which is key.
Yep.
Which everyone's not realizing.
Right.
Everyone's not realizing. People need to realize this. He was rehabbing the whole year last year. Fast rewind. Let's rewind a little more.
He wasn't in training camp?
The year that he balled out, he was in mini camp, right? Watch this, Tom. Watch this.
Where did he go? California, right?
He was in mini camp. Then they went to California, but then they went to North Dakota.
Who was
together.
there with him? Who was there with him?
Everybody. Nelly was there.
Who else?
Ursh was there.
Who else?
Wasn't Folks there?
Big O.
Who was it?
Alshon.
Alshon.
Everybody.
They all were there.
And Joe Santacluidos, I can't even say his name.
Top 10 pick for Ertz.
Yes, you would. You would.
I would do it yesterday.
Yes.
So you would do it right now.
Yeah. Because people, what did we hear this past year? We said
Oh my gosh, I don't know, guys.
Nick Foles and Alshon had a connection, right?
Yeah.
Alshon and Wentz missed the offseason last year.
Yeah.
So I love
right.
what you're saying.
You're right.
I love what you're saying. Get
You're right.
back to that. So if you trade Ertz, yeah, Carson to be pissed off.
Oh yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But at the same time,
Yeah.
I want him angry. I want him mad.
Yeah, I do. Me too.
I
do.
want an angry Ginger Jesus. Because then he can smite everybody. I'm using terms for the body.
And then
strike all of them down.
And then let's say this: a passionate, fiery Carson is a different Carson. Right. I'm gonna say it again: a passionate and fiery Carson, upset Carson. Now listen, he's already at the gym. He's already at the facility, 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, doing his thing. But a fiery, determined Carson. Right. Let's just not talk about the fact that he's been hearing Nick. He's been hearing the Nick chants. He's been hearing all that. And listen, man, I mean, let's keep it real, man. Any type of competition, if you're a competitor, man, you're hearing somebody else's name, you're like, dang, they're chanting his name. They're chanting this man's name.
Yeah.
I love the guy, but dang, it's getting to me.
But see, that's the thing.
You know what I mean?
Like, when we heard Chris Long or all them come out and say, well, no, he's not that. What did y'all think was going to happen when you got a shrine of Foles in your locker room?
Yeah.
What did you think? Like, what did you expect? Like you said, Carson's going to be mad. And we're seeing in the comments where we said, think they're going to give Ertz one more year before they give Goddard his spot. I wouldn't do that because we've seen this with Nick Foles. When your stock is high, at its highest, and everybody wants it, you get rid of it. You sell it, you sell it, you sell it, you sell it, you sell it. Ertz's stock is not going to be nowhere near as high as it is right now. Especially as a tight end that can line up on the outside and beat corners one-on-one. Right. I don't want to see him go. Yeah. But the team, no player is bigger than the team.
Yeah, Jake's been saying it. Jake's been saying it since day one. Since we drafted him, Goddard, he's a more complete tight end than Ertz.
Yes.
And in my opinion, he has a higher upside than Ertz.
All right, listen, people.
You know what? Real quick, you know what made me say, yo, this dude's for real.
Right.
That one, I'm gonna tell you the one play that I saw that I said, yo, this dude's really for real. The screen against Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
He caught the ball, pirouette, spinned out of it, and got the first down.
Bigger than that.
And dragged like 2 or 3 defenders.
Bigger than that.
I said, this boy's for real.
Ertz has been here what?
He's a problem. Go ahead. Go ahead, T.A. Go ahead, T.A. Okay. All right.
I was listening to the outside, but you know what Howie and this regime has done great for years. The one thing you say they've done really well is know when
to move on.
Know when to move on from a guy when he's getting up in age.
Right.
Now, I'm looking at a guy like Zach Ertz. He's going to be 29 next November.
Boom.
Next November. Yep. He's got a pretty good team-friendly deal that will be attractive to other football teams around the league. Listen, you might not get a top 10 for a guy who's 29.
I know who trade with him right away.
Raiders?
You can definitely get a top 15. Yeah. You definitely get a top 15. And you have your replacement. And now you're talking about 2 first-round picks. Now you have 12 picks in the draft.
Yep.
You want to talk about rebuilding the roster
retooling.
Retooling. Yeah. Rebuilding is a bad word. But
no, retooling.
But you're retooling an older roster around your young quarterback. It's the perfect time.
Yes.
It's the perfect time.
I'll tell you, I know one first-round pick you get, it may be the last pick of the draft.
Who's that?
But New England will trade for him in a heartbeat.
Oh, yeah.
But bigger yet.
And don't forget the pass they threw to Dallas in the Dallas game.
The
So
75-yarder.
back.
Yeah, that's
they'll be okay.
Anybody that wants to say backlash note on Trey Ertz or whatever, listen, man. When the last time you see Zach Ertz break a 75-yard touchdown? When the last time you seen an Eagle break a 75-yard touchdown?
He just broke a tackle this year. Yo, I couldn't believe it.
Yo, listen,
my man
Zach
said
Ertz doesn't break nothing.
My man said him. It's funny. True story.
Pencils.
My man Julian Holmes. Shout out to Julian Holmes. He sent him something on Twitter. He said, "Can you please, for the love of God, break a tackle?" He never responded, but I'm quite sure he saw it. He wouldn't break a tackle. I love him. Yeah.
Great pass rusher,
but he won't break a tackle.
I mean, great route runner.
Right.
Great route runner.
Right.
But Doug loves him.
Yes.
Doug loves him. I understand that part of it. But listen, your guy who's going to be 29 years old. If I can get a top 15 pick for you in my need for a left tackler to protect my franchise guy
for the next 10 years,
then I'm probably not going to get a 25. Now you can double dip this. Mm-hmm. You can go top 15 and 25 and get yourself up and probably in the top 3. Right. You really want to get cute. If that left tackle's there, I trade him tomorrow. I would trade him.
Not even so much the left tackle. I've seen mock drafts already where they got the Eagles going crazy, getting up to the top 5 to draft the boy out of Alabama, Quentin Williams.
Yeah.
You put Quentin Williams and Fletcher Cox next to each other. Oh hell.
Well, that's fine with me too.
Problem.
Oh my God.
I just want to dominate people up front.
That's where it's won. That's where it's won and lost.
We got to get back. We got to get back to the depth, man. I can't say it enough. And like I said earlier,
I want Mars.
Who's that?
Mars.
Yeah. I want guys that's going to take up space.
Breakers.
I don't know if Hicks is going to come back or what are we going to do with linebackers, but you got to have those guys that eat up space to where your linebackers can get to the quarterback. Right. You know what I mean? So we haven't had that in a while.
And Hicks already said he wants to test free agency, so bye, girl.
He can't stay healthy.
Yeah, so you want to test it, then say it. You know what I mean?
You know who I signed cheap?
Who?
Thomas Davis. He probably got a year left.
I would bring him in for a year.
Vet minimum? Vet minimum?
Yeah, I do it.
Vet minimum?
Yeah, I do it.
Give me that. But listen, I just want to sit here and say it. And I said it first.
Good vet.
Yeah.
I said it first.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want the credit if it happened.
Go ahead.
But this is how it works. That's what you get here on ATD, fam.
Yes, sir.
You get thoughts that you don't hear anywhere else.
Uh-huh.
No one's been saying trade Zach Ertz.
Nope.
I just started that shit tonight.
Nah.
As I'm sitting here with y'all.
Very intriguing,
Sitting here eating at the table, I said, you know what? Me thinks that they should trade Zach Ertz.
Yeah, because I mean, sometimes you gotta hit and quit, man. I mean, yeah, he's been great to us. He's a great player, right. But if you got that value, man, you take it. That's why, and I hate to say it, the hoodie has been successful because what he's done, he'll trade somebody, Deion Branch.
Yeah,
perfect example. Yep. One MVP was in his prime, and where'd he go? Seattle. Got traded next year. Bye.
Wasn't good. Yeah, it wasn't good, but
But he knew when to hit and quit it.
Yep. Yeah. Now Ertz will be good anywhere he goes.
Yeah, he'll be good anywhere.
Yeah. He's also a guy who's been banged up enough.
Yeah.
Not the last 2 years, but before that was a guy who was banged up a lot.
As long as you don't trade him in the NFC East, which I don't see that happening.
No.
Yeah. I mean, you could, but that's the chance you take with any trade. You may run into that team down the road. Imagine him on the LA Rams, but what are the LA Rams sending you back? That's the key.
I'll take Dante Fowler.
We've seen.
I'll take Dante Fowler.
We've seen this
in a minute.
We've seen this before. When you look at it, any team that's going to sign their quarterback off their rookie deal to that next big deal,
right?
You need to get value everywhere around.
Yeah.
You need younger players on. You need to get starters on the rookie deals.
Yeah.
So that way, because listen, it's all well and good that we can sit here and hope that we can get Carson Wentz to be like Tom Brady and keep pushing the money back,
Right.
Maybe at the hindsight it looked like a lot, but the best second-year deal for a quarterback right now in the league where it's team-friendly is Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck's making, I think, like $19 or $20 million.
I mean, right now, I'm glad you said that because the Colts, man, they got a beautiful thing over there. I mean, they have so many rookie deals. I mean, their whole defense is on rookie deals. I believe the only big contracts they have right now is Hilton and Luck. Everyone else is on rookie deals.
Well, listen, you got to do the opposite of what the Green Bay Packers have done for years.
Yeah.
Which is they never drafted well. So what ends up happening is you have a great quarterback with a bunch of guys around him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you never drafted well defensively, for example. They haven't drafted well defensively for years, and it's killed them.
Yeah.
So ever since they went to the Super Bowl, now, and they won it, to me, they didn't draft well enough.
Yeah.
And that's something I'm looking at Howie and saying, listen, you're not the best draft guy.
Yeah.
You do a lot of other
that's
things
why,
well. Let Joe Douglas do it.
And it looks like from this offseason, I think the final call is going to go through Howie, but it looks like he's really hands-off with that, and Joe Douglas and his scouts are just checking in. I will tell you this, though. Speaking at Green Bay, sneaky. Matt LaFleur, not very experienced as a head coach.
That's going to be a problem, bro.
But they hired Hackett, who was the quarterback, who was offensive coordinator, Nathaniel Hackett. Jacksonville. He made Blake Bortles look half decent. That's a hard thing to do.
That is hard.
Another quiet one. Dial Logans, going back to New York with Adam Gase. They made magic happen. Look for Sam Darnold to have a big year. The worst quarterback.
I think he stinks.
You think Darnold stinks?
Yeah, I think Darnold stinks.
You'll see. I don't know, man.
I don't know, man. I seen the guy take pictures and stuff on draft day, all the good things. And I look at a guy and I say, you remind me of a guy that's got everything given to you. Now maybe that can change.
I think he's fool's gold. I think he's gonna be able to play, but then he's gonna be that guy that you're like, oh, yo, he looks great. Oh, he threw like 4.
He's no Baker.
He threw
that's
4
the
interceptions.
problem. Not all these guys can be good either.
I don't think he's a bum. I just think, but I think he's gonna be serviceable because Adam Gase, because Loggins and the coaching, and they're gonna put him in the right position. That's why I think he's gonna be okay because of that. So that's the best thing that actually happened to him, having Gase come over, I think.
Now, who I feel bad for, because I think he has one of the best arms in the league, and he's talented as shit. But Detroit's killing Matt Stafford. They hired Darrell Bevell. Yeah, like bye Stafford's career.
Yo, he hasn't had a running game ever, man.
He has it now, but when I look at Darrell Bevell,
who's his running game?
Kerryon Johnson. Last year,
but he can't stay healthy though.
True, he can't stay healthy. But what I'm saying, now they're going to be a running team. But I just look at Darrell Bevell like maybe he was in Atlanta this year. Darrell Bevell, he was underneath the OC there, underneath Sarkisian. So maybe he learned something. We'll see.
It's a black cloud. It's a black cloud over their organization,
so,
man. They just can't catch a break.
Before we get out of here, I watched ETG this week.
Is it mutual?
It's mutual.
Is it unanimous?
I can't. Can I think of a better? Can I think of a? I'm trying to think if I can think of another one. Right? Oh, I got one. Go ahead. You're first.
We'll do it together. I mean, it don't matter.
No, I got a different one. I just thought of a different one.
New Orleans Saints fans, please come up to the plate. I just don't know where to begin. Like, okay, yes, and a Saints fan said this to me today, a couple of days. He's like, yo, if it was Philly, you guys be going off to. Okay, yes, we might have went off a little bit, but to file a civil lawsuit against the NFL, to have a lawyer actually present his case in Supreme Court or some type of court that was at Washington yesterday, it's just despicable. Guys, listen, be like Frozen. I mean, has anyone seen Frozen? You seen Frozen, TA? There's a song that they sing in Frozen. All the kids sing it. Just let it go.
Listen, man.
That's all I'm going to say.
We got 3 YGTGs right now.
It's over.
And Tom's laughing because I think he just saw one.
Go ahead.
This is the baby YGTG. For those out there, family who just watch us, YGTG, we do one every week is you got to go.
Got to go.
You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here with that. Ralph, what is you doing?
Ralph,
what are you doing?
Yo, I got to give Ralph – shout out to Ralph, though.
You see what he said? You see what he said?
Because
listen, Tom, TA, if you didn't know this.
I got to say this, though. Go ahead. What you about to say? I'm a LeBron fan? I am a LeBron fan. I have 3 teams, TA. Okay, my 3 teams is Philly. Sixers, of course.
That's the other one is stupid.
Phoenix Suns.
I don't know why.
Since 1985.
Since Tom Chambers.
Since Tom Chambers. Dan Marley. West. I can go on KJ. Hornacek. All right. I can go all down. And then LeBron.
Okay.
That's my 3rd team.
So, for me, I want to step up and say, listen, man. You let a 40-year-old Filipino man whoop your ass for 12 rounds.
Thank you for saying that. I forgot about him.
Adrian Broner, what are you doing?
Is he on some type
What did you out here in these streets doing talk about, I won the fight? Y'all know I won the fight.
He said, I ain't on narcotics. He said, like, what's the boy name? Ike Turner. I ain't on narcotics. He on something,
Listen, if the object of the fight was to see how many times you can let the other man's fist hit you in the face, then yes, you're right. You won.
Stevie Wonder saw that one.
What is you doing?
Yo, he didn't throw a punch. He threw 8 punches. Yo, Jim Gray, props to Jim Gray. Jim Gray said, you threw 8, you averaged 8 punches a round. He's like, I know you weren't going to agree with me. He said, all day, every day, about billions. I do it. Can, man. You got
He
wax.
said, can, man?
Yeah, he said it. He said, I'm the can. Anybody can get it. Come on, dog. Listen, now I'm going to say this to this. He's a marketing genius because people love to hate him, which they do. And guess what? He lost, this is his 5th loss. But guess what? The next time he fights, and I think he made over, 400,000 orders on pay-per-view, him and Pacquiao. The next fight he fights, he's going to make a lot of money because what? People love to hate the villain.
Right.
And he embraces it. Now he's got some delusional people in his family that need to talk to him and say, listen, AB, son, you just need to fall back, son. But I digress. Go ahead, P. I'm gonna let you hang it up.
Listen, man. Before we get up out of here, I'm just sitting here looking.
Oh man.
The Sixers are in the stretch of that 12-game run. The fifth game is coming up tomorrow. First game on the road out of this. They're 3-1 right now. They should be 4-1. No, they should be 4-0 actually. That. Okay.
Yo, hold on. Bill said his face was a catcher's mitt. That's. Yo, he was not throwing up. You ever seen a fight and you be like, throw a punch, man. Fight back.
Dude, so you felt bad for it.
Yeah, I'm like, fight back.
You got me wanting to jump in.
Yo, I'm like, fight back. And his people wouldn't say
like,
nothing
do
to
something.
him.
Get
like,
this man up off you.
Like his commentator was all like calm. Like I'm like, dog, he's getting his ass whooped. Dog, you ain't saying nothing. Yo, say something to him.
Yeah, man. Like, remember Lewis?
Did you watch it today?
Which one we talking about?
Bronner and Pacquiao.
No, I missed it.
Go online. It'll probably be on there.
Hey, you want to see somebody? You want to see somebody spar for 12 rounds and get paid? We talking about 40. Pacquiao's 40, and I don't want it. After you watch that fight, any Pac man, any Pac fan, you cannot want him to get in the ring with Floyd again.
They're gonna fight though,
and Floyd gonna. Floyd is going trash. Floyd's skills is not falling.
Nah,
they're not gonna fall off that much.
But guess what? They're gonna make a whole boat of money, and Pacquiao's gonna retire.
Listen, we about to get about it for real. I know we keep extending it.
Go ahead.
Tomorrow night, Sixers at Nuggets in Denver. Mm-hmm. Ooh,
Joel's out.
Joel's out.
Yeah, he's out, and Chandler's out, and I think and Butler's out. So
they've already said that.
Yes.
So that's a throwaway game.
Yes.
Bet the money on the Nuggets. Bet the house.
Absolutely.
I would loved to see Embiid versus Jokic.
I think they play the Lakers on Tuesday, so I think JoJo will be back for that game.
Maybe that is
that
LeBron's game's back.
I'm thinking that's Tuesday.
I want to leave you with the greatest athlete started his season. The greatest athlete I think right now ever, and the most durable.
Who's that?
But calling Mr. The $1 Million Man. What's it called? Was it Steve Austin? He had his show, the $6 Million Man.
Oh yeah, Steve Austin. Yeah.
Tigger teed it up this week.
Oh, your boy. Okay.
Tigger teed it up this week on Thursday.
Your boy.
That boy Eldrick is back. Golf. Listen, man, I'm trying to tell y'all do all this DFS, baseball, basketball. Listen, don't nobody want to see me in DFS golf.
Nah, you got that one.
I didn't even look at the lineup, and I'm making money in every lineup. I didn't even look.
Well,
I picked my Wednesday night.
Well, hand your boy some numbers so I give me some numbers.
I don't know how to do it.
Hand your boy some stuff so I can win too. Don't be stingy, all right? I need a couple dollars, yo.
Listen, man. Come
on, bro.
I try to make these things happen. It's a big weekend and everything. I mean, it's
All-Star hockey game.
All-Star hockey. You got the Pro Bowl. I gotta watch the skills competition.
Did y'all watch the Pro Bowl?
No.
Y'all watch that?
The skills. I'm glad they brought the skills competition. I think it was skills competition was last night.
Mm-hmm.
I think they had Mahomes there, who's just special. This is special. It's a big weekend in WWE. You got NXT Takeover, Phoenix. It's in Arizona.
Okay,
That's
I
where
like
the
that.
Diamondbacks play. And then you got Royal Rumble. Remember, they recreated a Royal Rumble poster. They launched it today. Remember the Royal Rumble poster where they're all walking in the alley?
Yeah.
They have Hulk Hogan. They just redid that today.
Okay.
It looks cool. It looks cool with the old school graphics.
I might watch that.
And for the love of God, if I see you, I'm telling you, I may have to take a sabbatical.
What's that?
If we end up not getting, I swear to God, if Machado goes to the Padres, I'm going to lose my shit.
Listen, we getting Harper. just fall back. We getting Harper, bro. Just fall back. We good.
Listen, the longer this goes on.
Machado's too much, man. He's a drama queen for me, bro. I don't want him. Give me Harper, call it a day. Let's get Trout 2020. Let's keep it moving.
I don't know, man. I don't even know what to say, man. Namaste, man.
We good, man.
If you got something to say, take us up out of here, man.
We get Harper. We good. We get Trout 2020.
Harper sells tickets, but Machado may bring a parade down Broad Street.
He's too much, man. He's too much to deal with, man. He's a Devo. I don't want him.
The longer this dude does go on, though, like it's been going on so long. Like spring training is about to start, and I think you may just have rapid fire. Machado signs, Harper signs, Kimbrel signs. I can see a scenario where they get two of those three. Maybe they get. I think they're in on Kimbrel a lot.
So we got somebody going on your boy Tiger. Mike Parker says Tiger barely made the cut. Don't matter. He'd be lucky for top 10.
Listen, that's fine. Listen, baby, Mike, it don't matter. This ain't no majors. He got 80 wins, man. Listen, Justin Rose is leading the tournament. I wish I had this swing. These dudes that's out there that's in the top 10 been playing since November. This is Tiger's second tournament back.
All right, we'll see, man. Listen. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. We out, man. Let's get out of here, man.
Namaste.
Yes, sir. Yeah.